And here they come, the 2021 Panther Pack. Great job, Panther Pack.
What have you thought about Coach Anderson so far? He's pretty intense, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very different from last year, but he's intense. He's very hard on us, you know. He keeps it straightforward, you know. If we're doing bad, then he'll tell us instantly. If we're doing good, and then he'll tell us. But he's a good dude, a good coach, and he's getting us ready.
You know, now you're a senior, so you start thinking about your future. What is in your future? What do you see next year down the line, 5 years from now?
Next year, hopefully, I'm playing football somewhere. But if not, I'm probably gonna study like education, become a coach, become a high school coach and a teacher. So that's what I plan on doing in the future.
Why a coach and a teacher? What speaks to you about that job?
It's just I look up to all my high school coaches. Like, they all take time out their day to work with students, work with their players, and I really want to do that in the future. It seems like a lot of fun.
How much of a football nerd are you? Like, when you sit down and watch film, do you get into all that? Do you like that? Are you more of like an on the field guy, or do you like all of the aspects of football?
I like all the aspects, because when you watch film, you get the mental reps, and then once you get on the field, you get to actually feel fit, get physical, be fast, and all that. So it all comes together, so I like it all.
When you were asked to be part of the Leadership Council, what did that mean to you?
It meant a lot. It's been a long time waiting. I've been wanting to do it since I was a freshman. I'm just very happy that I get to be a leader with all my friends. I've been friends with them since middle school, intermediate, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Who's your lineup?
And now the expected starting lineups for the visitors from Permian High School. Head coach is Jeff Ellison. The offensive expected starters at quarterback, number 25, Rodney Hall. And running back, number 21, Tristan Johnson. The wide receivers, number 18, Deontay Bass. Number 2, Jaquan Richardson. Number 15, Lucas Salazar. Number 5, Brian Mahaffey. The left tackle, number 51, Corey Bass. The left guard, number 66, Ryan Ontiveros. The center, number 64, Cade Owen. At right guard, number 73, Harris Sewell. And at right tackle, number 50, Cooper Sheehan. That's the expected starters on offense for the Panthers of Permian High School. On defense, the expected starters for the Panthers, number 31, Bryce Woody. Number 10, Caden Blaze. Number 36, Kason Clinton. Number 14, Jaden Pruitt. Number 4, Corey McCoy. The linebackers, number 35, Jackson Dorothy. Number 49, Braden Quiros. Number 48, Peyton Sharp.
This is Midway Panthers football.
The defensive lineman, number 57, Desmond Hill. Number 58, Davion Walucho. Number 62, Drake Womack. That's the expected starters for the visitors from Permian High School.
Mic test.
And now the expected starters for the Midway Panthers. We'll start with the defensive starters. Number 35, at defensive end, Steven Seeger. Number 92, Taylor Guerrero. Number 5, Jacoby Haverly. Number 94, Eric Estrada. Number 20, Esram Martinez Jr. Number 51, Cannon Clendenin. Number 18, Rashad Satchel. Number 8, B.J. Pitts. Number 17, Jacavian Hill. And number 24, Adrian Melvin. And number 33, John Almanzo. And now on offense. Number 58, Blake Keith. Number 75, Garrett Morphus. Number 65, Myron Betters. Number 79, John Barker. Number 73, Bryson Brown. Number 88, Darwin Parker. Number 10, Teron Lawrence. Number 3, Demir McDonough. Number 2, Junior Thornton. Number 9, Dominique Hill. Number 12, Reed Tedford. And the kicker, number 36, James Satterfield. At this time, we'll have the home school song as played by the Midway High School Marching Band under the direction of Pam Hyatt. And here come the Panthers of Permian High School.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot, light up a rocket sun.
Panther Stadium, paradise on earth. We're the Panthers, and our mission this season is to win and win all the time.
You're the chosen one. Feel your left hand free and your right hand grip with another left hand. Watch his right hand slip towards his gun.
Yeah, I'm about to step in the ring for the fight of my life. Hit my knees and I strap on my gloves. Boy, I've been prepping since like I was 7. And thing is, I'm already covered in blood. Walking in love, this for the ones who've been stuck in the mud. Searching for hope. Trust me, I know what it feel like to drown in my problems, but God came and threw me the rope. Can't wait to look in his eyes. All of my life I've been battling lies. I found the truth and took off my disguise. Come from my head, I still live for the prize. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I was in the city going down, trying to blow. Everything changed when I learned to let it go. Hopping on stage, I ain't in it for the show. Only got one life, so I gotta let them know.
And here come your Midway Panthers. At this time, we would like to pay our respects to those that have served or are currently serving our country in the armed services. If you are a veteran or currently serving on active duty, would you please stand? We thank you for your service. We now ask that you all please rise for the presentation of the colors by the cadets of Midway's Marine Corps JROTC. Today's color guard commander is the company commander cadet 2nd Lieutenant Houston. The Marine Corps flag bearer is Cadet 1st Sergeant Fields. The left rifle bearer is Cadet Corporal Brooksy, and the right rifle bearer is Cadet Corporal Harmon. The MC JROTC is under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Jake Urban and Master Sergeant Dustin Garrick. We ask that you draw your attention to the color guard at midfield as we pay tribute to our great nation with the singing of the national anthem by Midway High School Meister Singers, and we ask that you remain standing until the colors have left the field. The Meister Singers are under the direction of Caleb Overstreet. And now, our national anthem. The officials for tonight's game are from the Waco chapter of the Texas Association of Sports Officials. Referee Keith Hopkins, umpire Greg Robinson, line judge Justin Scott, head linesman Miles Adamson, back judge Jay Slaughter, side judge Delvin Harris, and field judge Travis Walker. The captains for Midway High School. Number 58, Blake Keith.
Permian has won the toss. They defer until the second half.
94, Eric Estrada. Number 5, Zacoby Haverly. And number 1, Knox Walker.
Red's option, they will receive the football. Good luck, gentlemen.
Captains for Permian High School were number 15, Lucas Salazar, 35, Jackson Dorothy, and 50, Cooper Sheehan. Number 83, Tate Terry will kick off for Permian to start the game. Number 2, Junior Thornton, 29, Jacob Gargar. And 21, Jordan Smith, RD for the Panthers. Number 21, Jordan Smith, takes the kick of the 21, takes it out to the 26. First down, Midway. 55, Joe Soto in on the tackle for Permian. Number 2, Junior Thornton on the reception. Pass from Reed Tedford. Pushed out of bounds at the 35. There is a flag on the play. Correction. Flag is waved off. That's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. Number 9, Dominique Hall takes the ball out to the 38, gain of 4, and that's good for a Midway first down. Braden Kiros on the stop for Permian. Tedford's pass complete to Thornton. Takes it out to the 39-yard line, gain of a yard. Jackson Dorothy on the tackle for Permian. Brings up second down and 9 for Midway. Tamir McDonough with a reception. Takes it out to the 40, gain of another yard. Drake Womack on the stop for Permian. Brings up 3rd down and 8 for Midway. Reed Tedford on the quarterback keeper. Takes it out to the 43, gain of 3. And brings up 4th down and 5. Davion Walucho on the stop. Traylon Magruder comes down with a pass just inside the sideline.
Defense. Penalties decline. 1st down.
Down to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 24. 1st down for the Midway Panthers. Dominique Hill up the middle to the 22-yard line. That's a gain of 11, and that's good for a Midway 1st down. Number 35, Jackson Dorothy with the tackle for Permian. Dominic Hill with extra effort. Down to the 11. There is another flag on the play.
Offside. Defense. Number 35. Penalties decline. 1st down.
Result of the play is a 1st down for Midway at the 11. Fumble on the play. Bryce Woody comes up with the fumble recovery for Permian. Number 21, Tristan Johnson on the carry. Gain of a yard out to the 5-yard line. Number 5, Zacoby Haverly on the stop. 2nd and 9. Number 5, Brian Mahaffey on the carry. Takes it out to the 9-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Cannon Clendenin on the stop. 3rd down and 5. Kristen Johnson on the carry. Takes it out to the 11. Gain of a couple. We'll leave it short of the first down. 4th and 3. 94, Eric Estrada with the tackle for Midway. Cade Krager in punt formation for Permian. Krager's punt rolls dead at the Midway 34. It's a 55-yard punt. First down Midway. Number 9, Dominic Hill takes the carry. Out to the 36, gain of a couple. 2nd and 8. Tedford's pass complete to number 2, Junior Thornton. Takes the ball across the 45 to the 46, gain of 10, and that's good for a Midway first down. Number 62, Drake Womack, amongst those in on the tackle. Reed Tedford on the quarterback keeper. Jaden Pruitt with the tackle for Permian. No gain. 2nd and 10. Dominic Hill on the carry. Drop for a yard loss. Number 57, Desmond Hill on the tackle for the Permian Panthers. 3rd down and 11 for Midway from their 45. Pass intended for Junior Thornton, broken up, incomplete. We'll bring up 4th down and 11 for Midway. Number 14, Jaden Pruitt in coverage for Permian. Number 11, Sam Battle in punt formation for Midway. Battle's punt is down at the 36-yard line. First down, Permian. Number 23, Justice Laura on the carry. Takes it down to the Midway 39. Gain of 25. And first down, Permian. Ezra Martinez made the tackle for Midway. Number 25, Rodney Hall on the quarterback keeper. Down to the 32. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. Number 4, Christian Mills on the tackle. Rodney Hall picks up the fumble snap and gets 3 yards out of it. That's good for the Permian first down. Number 18, Rashad Satchel on the tackle for Midway. Ryan Mahaffey with a reception on the pass from Rodney Hall. Takes it down to the 21-yard line. That's a gain of 8. Christian Mills with another tackle. 2nd and 2 for Permian. Rodney Hall takes it down to the 12. Gain of 9. That's good for the Permian first down. Christian Mills on the tackle. Deontay Bass on the reception. At the 10-yard line, gain of a couple. B.J. Pitts with a tackle for Midway. 2nd and 8.
Timeout. Midway. First time out of the half.
Resuming play, 2nd and 8 for Permian from the Midway 10. Fumble on the play, and also a flag on the play, and another flag on the play. Fumble recovery is at the 2-yard line. See what the flags are.
Illegal motion on the offense, number 21. That penalty's declined. After the play was dead, personal foul. Offense, number 51. 15 yards, first down, Midway.
First quarter. So Midway's defense, last week they were struggling on that drive, but they had to come up with something, and they sure did. They'll get the wind behind them.
First down Midway from the 17.
30 seconds here at their own 17. 4 receivers, 2 each way. McDonough in the slot far side. Dom Hill to Tedford. And now McDonough will come back to the right hip of Tedford. Where's jersey 12? The snap from the 17. Tedford to McDonough, left side. Demir, 25, 30, first down. 15 yards.
Number 3, Demir McDonough takes the ball across the 30 to the 31, gain of 14. Good for the Midway first down. Brought down there by number 31, Bryce Woody.
So McDonough with his best run of the year. He played a little bit as a sophomore. They're going to let the first quarter clock run out. So nice to see Demir off that little zone read left side. At the end of one, no score. Midway and Permian, 106.7 FM, The Eagle. On YouTube, 365 Sports, and Midway ISD YouTube channel, and Sikkim 365 Radio.
The first quarter is brought to you by Heritage Square Apartments.
Congratulations to Crystal Moose on being named the Region 12 Teacher of the Year. Crystal has been teaching for 12 years, currently serving as a chemistry teacher at Midway High School. She also serves as a professional learning community leader as a science fair and science UIL coach. Before joining Midway in 2012, she was a teacher for Waco ISD. Crystal brings her passion for science into the classroom through hands-on lab experiments while building relationships with students. Moose holds a Bachelor of Arts in Biology from Hartwick College. She is married to Scott Moose, and together they have 3 children. Midway Athletics would like to congratulate Mrs. Moose on her selection as Region 12 Teacher of the Year and thank her for all of her efforts educating Midway students. Thank you, Crystal Moose.
Football, Virginia Tech, 2 minutes into the fourth quarter, 1 minute into the fourth quarter, 17-7 over top 10 North Carolina.
So I did a top 5 about North Carolina sneaking into the CFP.
Magruder and White right side. McDonough now goes back to the right hip of Tedford, and Junior Thornton is on the near side, first down at the 31. Tedford play action. Looks deep, has the wind, throws it deep. Thornton is there, and he gets tangled up, and that's a flag.
Okay.
I think initially, yeah, Craig, you're exactly right. Coverage that time. Downfield, Corey McCoy And, you know, the ball was slightly over Thornton's head, but enough to where Junior can explode, and that's going to be 15 yards.
Yeah, Craig, Midway doing a good job right now of keeping Permian in their feelings.
Yeah, they are. I mean, they're keeping them off balance. They've got some confidence about them, and you didn't see a whole lot of that last week. But, you know, seeing your defense get some stops for you, seeing your defense make some plays, you feed off that. Now you need to make some plays to feed for the defense to feed off of. But, you know, to be 0-0 early second quarter after what we saw last week, that's some improvement, but a long way to go here.
So Permian's had a 15-yard pass interference, unsportsmanlike penalty. They've had the offsides as well. And Midway has first down at their 46. 6 seconds into the second quarter. Tedford looks to the sideline. Tommy Allison looks at the play clock. It's only at 15. And now Tedford looks at his wristband, or right off his bib. This is Hill up the middle. Dom outside the 50. He took a shot again. He's a load now. Out to the 50 for a gain of 4. And Braden Quiros with a tackle for the Panthers from Permian.
Yeah, Hill's not an easy guy to bring down.
41 yards on 7 carries. Tedford will throw out the flat to Demir McDonough. Gets a block from Thornton. He might be just inside the 45 and might have a first down at the 43, and he does. Tackle pushed out of bounds by Jaden Pruitt, and a nice pickup of 8 yards and a first down, safe throw.
I've got to give a shout out to Demir McDonough real quick, because to get back up, he just did a kip up like Shawn Michaels back in the day. Didn't even use his hands. He just flipped up, and I have never been that athletic before.
None of us have. From the Permian 43, 4 receivers, now McDonough. Kind of what we've seen quite a bit, giving Tedford 2 options plus protection on his right side. This is Hill, right side. Zone read, there he goes, Dom. Inside the 35, first down. Gain of 11. Caden Blaze made the tackle at the 33. They got a nice little mixture of run and pass going right now as well, and that sure helps the young quarterback and your offense do what you need to do. Offensive line, you know, there weren't a lot of holes. Hill's 2 long runs were sometimes what he did after he was hit, but they've gotten some things done. And, of course, they moved some people around on the offensive line as well. So at the 33 at Permian, first down. 11 minutes to go, second quarter. We're scoreless here at Panther Stadium in Hewitt. This time it's McDonough. Can he turn the corner? No. Great job by the linebacker. He does get near the line of scrimmage. That's a really nice play on the outside by Caden Blaze, the safety, and McDonough gets back to the line of scrimmage. He just could not quite get free around the corner.
Yeah, Caden Blaze just drew it out and drew it out and drew it out. And good job by Demir McDonough to salvage what he could there. And about him, we didn't see a lot of him last week. He was not really a huge part of the offense. We've seen a lot more of him, you know, in a couple different regards tonight, and that's good.
By the way, I believe, is it Yarmark? I got to look at the new roster because we got a roster thrown at us at the last second. Is now in at offensive tackle. That's Zach Montgomery, the left tackle. I believe that's right. No, that's Farker at 79. Thought it was 70. Permian wants to bring the blitz from 3 different angles. This is Hill, and he breaks the tackle. Dominic inside the 25. He almost took it. Blaze made the tackle. They brought 3 linebackers on the outside and up the middle, and Dom picked up 7 yards.
Perfect play call for that situation.
Actually, excuse me, Paul, picked up 9.
Perfect play call for that situation by Tommy Allison. In that caught the linebackers over pursuing. Hill just right up the middle and gets 9.
All right, third down at about 2, actually, at the 24. Dominique Hill, huge hole, bounces left, sideline left, block left, 10, he ran out of bounds. Oh, he just couldn't quite keep it, but he got the first and goal at the 6 and a gain of 18 yards. That's a heck of a block. I thought that might have been J.J. White that came back and peeled back to help him out.
It was, and a lot of times, Smokey, you get that peel back block, it can wind up being illegal, but J.J. White did it perfectly.
Well, there were a couple there. He had that second one for sure, and Shane Anderson was fired up to see that, and I think he's loving what he's seeing. They're just playing hard. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And to see that effort by your receivers to give you a little bit more room, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Well, you're inside the red zone. You were here before. Dom Hill from the 6. Tedford, the quarterback. Hill, right side. He will. Does he get in? No. They say he's just short. No. Touchdown. He got the call. That's going to be one of those at any level, college and pro, but Dom Hill. Score, touchdown Hill, touchdown Midway, 6-0 Panthers, 10:03 to go, second quarter.
You know, the officials would do better than to just slowly give you that.
Yeah, that was not very emphatic, and I'm not sure his back didn't hit the ground early, but he gets the call. Here's Satterfield with the kick, the hold, the block. It's blocked, and they've got the sideline. Satterfield's going to try to track him down, or it's going to be 2 for Permian. It might be 50, 40, 20. It's going to be a 2-point blocked extra point return for 2 from Bryce Woody. And just like that, it's 6-2. Jaden Pruitt, the corner with the blocked extra point. And even when you score, you kind of have a little loss of momentum, but you do lead by 4 with 10:03 to go. Second quarter, Midway 6, Permian 2, 106.7 FM, the Eagles, Sikkim 365 radio.
He is to human.
Seven-point lead, and you have a one-possession lead. Now you're up 6-2 in the fourth inning. Satterfield had that block. That was not even close. And he was the only one really that could try to force Woody near the sideline, and he just couldn't do it. And then Woody just raced down the sideline and basically had no one who could catch him. So here comes Satterfield kicking off now, and he'll get help on the kneel. Reggie Jones. And Satterfield with wind behind him. We'll see how deep he can kick this. And great to have you on so many different outlets to watch and listen to Midway football. Satterfield kicked very high, and this is caught at about the 5 by Richardson. At the 10, he's got a little wall. You got to watch out here. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, out near midfield. So special teams can even out some things that go right or wrong, and that's a return out to the 46-yard line, and the Permian Panthers start with great field position.
Yeah, excellent field position, and Midway, you know, just their whole line was flowing the other way, and
you can see the wall set up almost immediately.
Well, they had to use somebody to hold the kick because it kept falling off the tee. So I think when they did that, they have it overloaded on one side. He ran to the side where there was only 3 guys. It was, you know, just no numbers.
So Hall is in the gun about 4 yards behind his center. Right behind him is Wheeler. Wheeler gets the handoff up the middle and gets to midfield. Zachary Wheeler for 4 out to the midfield. Joseph Lestrap made the tackle, had a tackle last week. Wheeler played a little quarterback at times as well. Last week had 1 carry for 37 yards and 1 pass he caught for 6. Rodney Hall, 5'11", 170-pound junior. Panthers at Permian High School in Odessa. Mojo. The man in motion, that's Lara. Hall wants to throw, steps up, pressure. He's going to get a first down and more. 40, 30. Rodney Hall inside the 15. He's going to score. Absolutely not very good tackling. Rodney Hall just went 50. And just like that, even though you led at 1.6 to nothing, it's now 8-6 Permian. and have the tide turn quickly against Midway. Well, you could see where he had room. He could scoot, but man, there's a lot of arm tackling there in the secondary.
Yeah, and you know, he had that fake. It was, I don't know if it was a straight draw call all the way, but it certainly looked like that.
Here comes the extra point by Wheeler will hold for the kicker. It's Tate Terry. Extra point hold, kick by Terry is up, and it is good. Craig?
Yeah, I was going to say they spread them out, and the entire Midway defense was not even looking at where the ball was because they were so spread out. So he had nothing but just green all the way in the middle. Nobody was turning around, and so he just kept running. And he's got some speed, but he is not an electrically fast guy. So that's just a letdown defense there by Midway, and Shane Anderson's letting them know it right now.
9-6 Permian, 9:08 to go, second quarter. This is Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
Scrambling and about to be sacked? Go the distance with First Central Credit Union. Get in motion with First Central's free checking that pays you cash back and refunds fees from ATMs nationwide. Enjoy free rewards checking and be the MVP of a new cashback season. It's a snap to apply online at firstcentralcu.com. We're your team.
Everything we do is true. We do for you.
Membership and loan policy requirements apply. Member NCU.
Our pregame show is brought to you by Grant Dittaker, Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent, serving Texans since 1952, the corporate office. Also, Paul's player profile brought to you by Halo Athletic Center. Motivation, inspiration, hard work are the driven force. Bert Colgan Ford, who they sponsor our Friday shows wherever Midway football is during the season. Also, the Shane Anderson pregame interview. Starting lineups brought to you by Automatic Chef. And thanks to U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Company, Alfredo Ferrer, and also Dominique Williams. Find your career in the U.S. Army. GoArmy.com. Here's the kick by Kreger from his 40. All of a sudden, Permian leads this game 8-6. Midway at the 30, out close to maybe the 34-yard line, and that's where they will start. A little short pooch kick. Just a nice job of getting that, fielding it, and making sure you held on to it. So the Panthers, well, I'm going to have to not use that because that could be either team. Midway, after what appeared to be the last time they took a snap, they scored to take the lead 6-0. They look up not very long later, and they're down 3.
And it's going to just change just that fast, Smokey.
So Reed Tedford, the junior quarterback with 4 receivers. From his 34, here comes that blitz from Permian on the outside. They back off, and they try to time it. In the flat, pass caught by McDonough, and he gets out to the 40. Very quick timing pass, hard to defend, like almost not quite a bubble screen or whatever, but a gain of 6 and a gain of 6 second down. Actually 7 second down and 3. 7 for 7 for Tedford right now to start this game. 8 for 16 a week ago. Hill to his left. McDonough will shift back on the left hash to the right hip of his quarterback. And Tedford will take the snap. Gives it to McDonough. McDonough cuts it, and there he goes, Demir. 30. A safety to beat. 10, 5, Demir. McDonough. Take it to the house. 59 yards. Touchdown, Midway.
That's the speed, and we saw when he was a sophomore, Smokey, the kid can boogie, and now involved in the offense, and you see what happens.
He had one person to skip over, and then all of a sudden, here comes Pruitt, who's got some blazing speed, and he kind of just stepped through the tackle. But here comes the extra point, and let's see if Midway can block it. I mean, block it to keep it from being blocked. Extra point by Satterfield, and that one was perfect. Wow, what a turnaround. And all of a sudden, after a scoreless first quarter, 8:15 to go, second quarter, Demir. McDonough, 13-9 Midway over Permian. 106.7 FM, The Eagle, Sikkim 365 Radio. To the right hip of Tedford. You got two of your best weapons. Thornton, of course, in the receiving end of it. And it's kind of giving you some options. And Tedford's completed passes to get some yards on first down. Here's Satterfield with the kick that will hit at the 5. And this is Richardson, bounces around at the 5. Now has room sideline and going to be spun down. Nice job inside the 20-yard line. That's Mills on the tackle at about the 18. Craig?
Yeah, I was just giving you the jersey number on who made the
thank
tackle.
you. Mills was, there was a chance he wasn't going to be able to play this week, but he was able to get in there on that special teams tackle. And they are, of course, moving some people around. I see Nick Wells in at one of the defensive end positions. Taylor Guerrero and Estrada, the tackle. Steven Seeger or Jacoby Haverly have been at the outside linebacker. Haverly, normally a middle linebacker, and was started as a sophomore. And he's on the left side of the Midway defense.
Sneaker geek.
1st and 10 from the 18. Hall, fullback, or tailback, excuse me, outside the 23. It's a quick pop, gain of about 5, tackle by Jacoby Haverly.
Haverly, is the most talented guy on the defense, maybe, and they got 10 tackles out of him last week, but he needed to play. Everybody in the defense needed to play better, and it was not lost on him as the captain, maybe the best player in the defense, how badly they played last week when I talked to him. He took it personally.
Satchel's one of the linebackers. Ezra Martinez, also Clendenin, who had 10 tackles as a backup last week, got the start. This time kind of a 4-man front, really a 3-man front. Haverly off the edge. He's bringing the blitz. And they can't track down Hall. Yes, they do before he gets to the 25. And Haverly disrupted that. And Ezra Martinez Jr. with the tackle and brings up 3rd down and 4. He almost got away. And we saw what happened the last time he did. But Haverly that time disrupted that play. And eventually Midway's defense stops Hall. 7:03 clock running. 2nd quarter. Midway 13. Permian 9 with the football. Richardson far side to the left. Hall up the right side and has a 1st down to his running back, Johnson, out to the 31. That's just power football for a gain of 7. Permian's team, everyone knows about their history. 549 wins, 37 playoff appearances, a 91-29 playoff record. 6 state championships, and they've been in the state championship game 10 times. And now a player down for Midway at about the 30. We'll take a break. 6:39 to go, 2nd quarter. Midway 13, Permian 9, 106.7 FM, the Eagle and Sikkim, 365 radio.
Please adjust the game clock to 6:39. 6. Hall's 2 for 3. Tedford 7 for 7 for 62 yards. Midway's been in 2 state championship games, lost to the great dynasty of Lake Travis, lost to Baker Mayfield in 2011. And then it was back, of course, their championship run, lost to
Cy Fair in 2017, 51-35. Second down and 10, Hall. Johnson, right side, hit quickly, spins for about 2 or 3.
When you say that final score, it does not at all indicate what that game was like.
No, it was a rout. Midway just coughed up everything possible except their liver and kidney on special teams, remember? There were muff kick returns. And
yeah, it's just that my memory of it, I'm like, wow, they only lost by 16 in that game?
and remember, Tanner Mordecai, now at SMU, the starting quarterback, spent his first 3 or 4 years at Oklahoma. He had a second half where he got him really kind of close, and the next thing you know, here comes Cy Fair, and they were really good on defense. Third down and 8, Hall in the gun, drops back. Steps up. Now here he goes, wants to run, has plenty of room. 35, spins away and gets a first down. Boy, he did not get a very good mark, but he did get the first down at the 41-yard line.
So
Hill kind of had a chance, but he kind of spun away from him.
You know, one of the things that when you have a running quarterback, sometimes it's not so great to try and sack them. Like, for example, Aaron Rodgers, for our people at home, Rod Marinelli, I remember hearing a thing on the Cowboys documentary about him where it was, keep him in the fence, keep him in the fence. And if you let him outside the fence, is what happened there, they're going to get yards.
First down at the 41 is Hall picked up about 8. And now Shane Anderson wants to time out his second of 3 with 5:22 to go. Yeah, some guys you want to pressure, but you don't want to pressure where they can get loose. 13-9 Midway, 5:22 second half, or second quarter. And this is Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 The Eagle.
From the first workout to the last practice.
Second time
Our relationship with Extraco started when we were looking for a bank that could really work well with our personality. We felt like they were very pro-business. When we got ready to buy a building in Albuquerque, it was so easy for us to go to Extraco knowing that we had local decisions, quick decisions, and then the size of an organization that could support us. We knew that was going to work.
U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Company, Southwest Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. We get you back in the game, and also thanks to Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, Corporate Office, Carl Ellis, Mike Garrick, protecting Texans for over 50 years, since 1952, actually. Stop by and see one of your agents. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance with that massive, beautiful building right off of Fish Pond Road and Highway 6. From the 41, Hall rolls right, pressured right, throws right, incomplete. The midfield sideline intended for Lara, and Almanza was there in coverage. But again, Haverly kind of disrupting a few things to make Hall kind of think about it.
Yeah, I want to go back to something. Shane Anderson's already used 2 timeouts. Smokey, with a team that's this inexperienced with your coaching staff, the coaching staff has tons of experience, but they don't have a lot of experience altogether. It's smart early on in games to take timeouts. Like, use the teaching moments when you got them.
4-man front with Haverly, kind of a stand-up defensive end. Here's Hall to Johnson up the middle. Hall actually gets loose. He breaks his tackle right side and gets about 10 yards out of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Ezra Martinez, man, that's just, again, he's hard to find and then get it. And that's Rodney Hall, all Rodney Hall, and bad tackling off the line of scrimmage. Gain of 10.
Yeah, it is. And Shane Anderson, I mean, that's a play like that. That's what brings him off the sideline in anger, because, as you mentioned, just miss tackle, and give credit where credit is due. But again, it's not as though the speed is so there, the move's so there. I mean, you just got to wrap up and make the tackle.
Joseph Lestrap's coming in to play middle linebacker. Boston Pate checks out. First down at the Midway 49. Hall rolls left. Now sets up, tries to throw a man open deep. It's Mahaffey, and the pass is missed and incomplete, and a flag. I think Almanza may have run into the receiver who was open, Mahaffey, and that's their big play receiver, and Hall just threw that up for grabs. He just makes plays even when things don't go well.
Yeah, Craig, I don't think Almanza got his head around. Otherwise, that's probably not a penalty.
No, he definitely didn't. He was lagging behind, just was getting outran, and tried to close in there at the the last second and put his arm out and I guess made some contact. I couldn't see the contact from where I was, but there had to have been. And, as you mentioned, though, his head not turned around, so he's coming out now. But, yeah, they got to get a stop here. I mean, ticking down in the second quarter, and Permian's the one that's got some momentum right now.
I'm not sure. Did I miss something here with Zacoby Haverly? I think I did. I think Zacoby Haverly may be done for the day. Make sure.
I mean, I was watching the receiver, so I have no idea what you're...
There was a roughing the passer call at the end of the play. I mean, during the throw, pass interference, and I think Zacoby Haverly just took his helmet off, and I thought I saw the referee of the Waco chapter put his thumb in the air. So let's see what's going on here. Actually offsetting penalties, and Haverly was the one involved there, so... Boy, that's a huge break as pass interference gets wiped out by what is also a penalty against Permian. So first down, offsetting penalties. Hall with Johnson right behind him. Man in motion, Lara. This is Johnson up the middle. Another missed tackle, and he gets pushed forward for 9 yards to the 40-yard line. It's hard to see him. Rashad Satchel made the tackle. Pate back in the game.
At least Permian has the good decency to have big black numbers on white jerseys.
I think everybody should wear white jerseys with black numbers or red jerseys with white numbers, and I know some school colors would argue. I'll never forget, what was the name of that color that Wascom had? The white with silver numbers. All right, second down and a yard. Permian down 4, 13-9 with the ball. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, Midway 40. This time double backs behind Hall. He gives it to the fullback, and he got a yard or 2 and a first down to the 38.
You brought up Wascom. That was a weird day.
That was Wheeler on the carry.
Weird day.
First down, and Permian methodically driving. Hall's gotten loose on the run. Jeff Ellison, the quarterback, the head coach, Shane Anderson, of course, had spent time at his alma mater. The head coach at Conley said he would leave for only one job, this one, because he used to be an assistant here twice under Terry Gamble. Man in motion, Lara, they pitch at him deep. He's got nowhere to go. Oh, he doesn't, but he slips through 2 tackles in the backfield, and a flag comes down on the sideline of the Permian. And I don't know who got tied up, but somebody got tied up with a wide receiver on the perimeter.
Yeah, this probably is a hold, Smokey, or it's, some chippiness, but
Noah Brown was over on the opposite sideline. He got tangled up with somebody. His jersey was sideways when he came walking back. So I'm assuming it's that, but that's all I saw. And it looks like they're actually moving the ball forward. So maybe he was the one that was being active there. I don't know.
It looked like they called face mask.
So Lara picked up 4 yards. He's got 2 carries for 30 yards. And, man, face mask against Noah Brown as he got tied up on the sideline with a wide receiver. And that's down to the 20. So Midway making some big-time mistakes and also some missed tackles. And here comes Permian with 3:15 to go in the second quarter in a 13-9 lead. Brown will check out.
Haverly's out there.
Mills comes back in. Haverly's back in. I think he was the one that got involved in that play where there was an offsetting call, but on the good side for him. So Permian at the 19, down 4. Johnson the back, Hall throws a flat, got a man open, 10. At the 5, touchdown. Great call. Absolutely perfect call. And Jaquan Richardson untouched on a little slip screen. Touchdown Permian, 2:57 to go in the half, 15-13. And a drive in which Rodney Hall directed, as he seems to do, like the maestro that he is.
Yeah, that was a very Permian drive, Smokey. I mean, that was the 13th play of the drive that took over 5 minutes.
Jaquan Richardson came in from the sideline, got a block. You can go downfield, got a block right there at the point of attack, and just found that hole, that seam, and scored. 16-13, Permian, 2:57 left in the second quarter. They lead Midway on 106.7 FM, The Eagle, Sikkim 365 Radio.
for the day, it cannot always be night. Sir, flex I do work. 6 of them right. He's out of sight. Whoa, we got the pipe.
Jim Turner Chevrolet, the official truck of winners.
Way. How's this, Smokey, for a Permian flex bone drive? 13 plays, 82 yards, 5:18 off the clock. Scoring summary brought to you by Leal's as it's 16-13, 2:57 left in the first half in favor of Permian.
It's a thing of beauty. It's a thing of beauty. You don't see many of those anymore. You could see an 80-yard drive that might even take 8 or 9 plays, but it takes 1:50 off the clock. Crager kicking for Permian at his 40 into the wind. Here's a much deeper kick than the last time, and this is Hill at the 10, 15, 20, or is that Thornton? 35, Junior, midfield, and into Permian territory. Boy, he can just explode, and he actually tightrope down the sideline, and the Midway Panthers will start at the 37-yard line. We've seen big special teams returns from both teams tonight.
Yeah, he just caught that on the run.
Yeah, 47-yard return unofficially for Thornton. He caught that on the run, which gives him a chance to be in full stride, and he took advantage of it like he's kind of spit him out of a keyhole. So 4 receivers, 2 each way. And Tedford will have Dom Hill to his left, and Demir McDonough is in the slot left-hand side. From the 37, Tedford, pump fake. Oh, man, wide open. Just get it to him, throws it up, caught it. Inside the 15-yard line. Beautiful pump fake by Reed Tedford, caught by Taryn Lawrence at the 13 for a gain of 24.
Yeah, and take advantage of your opportunities. Don't lay in the weeds too long, and that's what they did right there.
So inside the Permian 15, actually to the 11. Double back set. Permian wants to bring all 3 of their linebackers. McDonough stacked up, turns the corner, and leans for maybe a foot. But that was a great job by Tedford. That's a fundamental. The pump fake sold it, and then he just threw it up. Lawrence, if he could have let him, he would have scored, but you got to make sure you make the catch first.
Much more important to catch it and get the first down before you get the touchdown.
McDonough, 73 yards, 4 carries. Hill has 83 yards on 11 carries and 1 score. And they'll have both of them in the backfield on the right-hand side. And McDonough almost in an H-back position. Second down and 10 from the 11. And here comes Permian again, bringing the blitz. And Tedford keeper, bounces right, bounces outside. Tedford, he will score! Reed Tedford, touchdown, Midway. His first ever rushing touchdown, and I think that just absolutely fooled Permian, and they had no idea who was going to run the ball.
No, they did not, and that's why you keep it in there. I said, Smokey, you keep in the fake and the quarterback run so that those fakes work, and occasionally those are like, well, if he's going to run it, then that's fine.
Well, they stack McDonough and Hill right to his right, so you're thinking maybe they give it to him on a zone read or something. And Reed, he spun near the end zone, that big, long, 6'6" angular body. Got in the end zone. They'll bring somebody on for the extra point at the last second. That's Nick Wells. Snap, hold, kick, Satterfield. Kick is good. Boy, these two teams are throwing like haymakers in response. Get knocked down, get back up, knock them down. Minute 48 to go, first half. Midway 20, Permian 16, second quarter. Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 The Eagle. Last week, trailing at halftime to Lamar. That's Arlington Lamar, the Vikings 3-0. And Shane Anderson. Yeah,
I'm not sure what the ball was on the tee. I thought for a second it must have gotten blown off by the wind again, but
didn't look like it did. It looked like maybe one of the officials gave him the green light and somebody else didn't. Huh. Okay, they'll kick it again. Rockwall leads Jesuits 17-0 first quarter. Ryan 7-0 halftime. That looks like it should be a lot higher scoring than that. Denton Ryan beat Longview badly last week. The Lobos took it on the chin. Duncanville first quarter 7-point lead over South Oak Cliff 14-7. All right, they'll kick again. This is Satterfield, and the ball comes off the tee. And Craig, it looks like the flags are kind of, I mean, I can see that there's wind, but it doesn't seem like it should knock it off the tee, and it does. And it might just be a bad tee.
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely died down from what it was earlier, but, I mean, that's on the other side of the field for me, so I don't know what it's like. They're on ground level, too. You know, I don't know. I'm not feeling much of any breeze right now. It certainly was one earlier today, or earlier in the game.
I think that tee has like a little indention in it. I remember one time, I swear, I was trying to hit a golf ball, put it on the tee, and it kept falling off, and my hands start shaking because you get nervous. Like, why? I mean, you're just putting the ball on the tee. The tee had a little bit of an indention. Satterfield, this is not a very long kick at all. Caught at the 20 by Permian. That's Mahaffey. Watch out. He's got a couple of touchdown returns outside the 30, and a much better job by Midway to force him inside. Rashad Satchel, thank you, Hayden, with the tackle. With 1:41 to go, and now Midway's defense with a 4-point lead. We'll try to see if they can keep this lead into halftime. Mahaffey last week, they trailed early. They were struggling, although he had a long kick return. Brian Mahaffey had 3 catches for 104 yards and 2 scores last week, an 83-yard kickoff return. So he, Richardson, Hall, Johnson, they've got some weapons. 4 receivers for Permian at the 35. And Johnson behind his quarterback, Hall, who rolls to the right or left, outside, throws it down the field. He's got Mahaffey open, and he caught it. Inside the 35, and Midway cannot handle Brian Mahaffey. Not many people can. Almanza beaten to the 32 for 23 yards.
Well, right there, you broke the first rule of the 2-minute drill is don't let him get behind you. And, you know, Mahaffey was behind the defender there, and you know, it would have been sad for Permian had he not caught that ball.
From the 32, Tristan Johnson right behind his quarterback that engineers this offense. 2 receivers left side, left hash, and Hall back to throw. Quarterback draw. There he goes again. Oh, jab step. 20, 15. He will score maybe. Inside the 5, touchdown. They're making him look like Jamel Holloway. Old school Oklahoma wishbone. Oh, hey, he made that. He's broken tackles. And Permian responds in what? Is it 2 plays?
2 plays. Yep.
Minute 17 to go, and the Midway defense was like they were like an open dam right there. 22-20, extra point to come, and Permian fires back. And it didn't take long. We have had 42 points scored in the second quarter after a scoreless first quarter. Low snap, they pick it up off the ground, and they get it off anyway. Tate Terry with the extra point. Permian back up by 3. Permian, Midway, 23-20. Permian with 1:17 to go, second quarter. Second 365 radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
Welcome to the future of entertainment, where your home is completely connected. From Wi-Fi that powers everything to TV that has all your apps in one place, all seamlessly integrated with voice control.
Find comedies.
Stream any service, any show, anytime. Or start over live TV. With epic sound in any room, step into the future with the best technology, all from Grande. Get award-winning internet starting at 300 megs for only $30.99 a month. Imagine better with Grande.
But all of the scoring in the second quarter with Permian leading Midway. A 2-play drive, Paul.
65 yards, 31 seconds, and a 23-20 lead on Hall's 32-yard run. Scoring summary brought to you by Leals.
Thanks to Raul Venegas back at the studios at 106.7 FM, The Eagle. I mentioned Jimmy Martinez and Hector Sabito.
I mean, that's just, I can't remember. There's one drive I can't remember here, but that drive right there, just no defense. 2 plays, you give up a touchdown with, a minute and a half on the clock before halftime. You score a touchdown earlier, get the extra point blocked, and ran back for 2. And I don't remember what happened on the other drive, but you just can't do that. You just absolutely cannot do that.
Yeah, it's been a game of big plays. I mean, Midway's had theirs too. And here comes Krager with the kick, and it's a line drive kick that's caught at the 25, 30, 35, outside the 35 to the 38-yard line. Nice return, and just go with it, and he did, and that was Jordan Smith, the wide receiver, the senior, and Midway with 1:12 to go in the half. Yeah, and it can be demoralizing sometimes. We've seen teams that where the offense does everything right and the defense can't stop anybody, and vice versa. The defense gives you the ball quite a bit, and you can't do anything on offense. It's like explaining one of the years, like every year at times with Baylor, watching them. Your offense is explosive, the defense struggles. In 19, they had the great defense, the offense, and last year we know neither one were good. But Midway keeps firing back, though. They're in this game with 1:12 to go, down just 3. Back set, double back set. Tedford, cross, throws it deep down the sideline to Junior Thornton. Great coverage, and he almost still made the catch. That's just great coverage, and Thornton, great effort. And they've got Pruitt on him. That's a great man-to-man. And they just threw the deep streak, basically, and Thornton got his hands on it. Nice throw from Tedford. That's his first incomplete pass, I believe, of this game, after a start of 8 for 8 for 86 yards.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good things from Midway, and we've seen the same bad things pop up.
Timeout. There's a player for Permian down on the ground on the other side of the field, not that far from the bench, and so we'll take a timeout with him. 1:06 to go in the half. 23-20 Permian. Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle. This is Sikkim. Against Pebble Hills, he was the one, looked like he may have had even like cramps. I hope that's all it was, the junior. So we'll see what happens there if they match up Thornton with whoever, not that they don't have somebody that can replace him. 1:06 to go, it's 2nd and 10. That throw from Tedford, his first incomplete pass after starting 8 for 8. And what you have to do if you're Midway, if you can respond and, of course, take the lead or tie it, great. But what you cannot do is give something up here at the end of the half as well, because Permian also, remember, will get the opening possession of the third quarter. They deferred. Magruder far side in the slot. White, left side, Thornton. 2 backs, Tedford, the quarterback. Play action, rolls right, sets up, wants to throw the wheel route. It's intercepted. No, it's caught. Dom Hill, how? Inside the 35. How in the world? Unbelievable. And I shouldn't have said it, but Jackson Dorothy, I might have jinxed him. He would have had a pick 6. And Dom Hill to the 35 for 27 yards. Wow.
Well, he totally misjudged where the ball was and, jumped up, and Hill was wide open. So,
well, yeah, and he would have easily would have walked in for a touchdown right after what I said about not giving something up at the half. Tedford, here's the deep fade. He's got Thornton open. Junior caught it. Touchdown. What a throw, what a route, what a catch. And he beat McCoy. How about that? 2 plays. Permian, remember? Hall on the run and throw. 2 plays here. 36 seconds to go, and Reed Tedford is red hot. Thornton and Hill and McDonough making plays. 36 seconds to go, extra point to come, Midway up 3.
Yeah, that was 2 plays, 62 yards in 41 seconds. So It's getting weird up in here, Smokey.
There's still time for 4 more scores before halftime.
Craig, you might be right. Satterfield, extra point. They've cleaned up the issue they had on the block. Battle, of course, of the holder. 27-23 Midway. This is a fun game, unless you're the defensive coordinator. 36 seconds to go in the half. Midway, 27, Permian, 23, 106.7 FM, the Eagles. Sick 'em. 365 Radio.
Nothing beats
Come to HEB for all your tailgate needs.
Just enough over the outstretched arms of Dorothy, and Midway will score. And here's a kick that goes out of bounds. Just a ball. We have Permian the ball at the 30-yard line. So you got to. That's a couple of things. It's early. Satterfield kicking. You don't want to give up any free yards. Permian will be going against the wind, but we've learned this. The wind is not. I mean, Midway's throwing the ball well with the wind, but Permian has scored against the wind, and so has Midway. Actually, no. Midway did not score with the wind. They had the ball inside the 5 and fumbled. So Permian will take over at the 30-yard line from the left hash. This has been entertaining. Last week, there was nothing entertaining about it. 69-17. Round Rock just battering ram, running back. Scored on 3 consecutive touches without being touched. And here's Hall, back to throw. Quick drop. Now pressured. Rolls left. Now wants to throw. Now pressure to the sideline and shoved out of bounds. And great job by Midway's defense to not give up the big play. Taylor Dudley, who actually came in and made some plays last week at the end of the game when the game was a blowout, but he got a chance on a yard, just a couple of yards for Hall. 121 yards for Hall, 2 scores on 9 carries.
I'm feeling what Lenoy Jones is about to say to the safeties here. You guys are too close to the line of scrimmage right now.
Well, yeah, this is almost, you don't go quite prevent, but you don't want to get beat deep. 2nd down and 8, Hall rolls to his right, looks to his right, throws it out in the flat. Mahaffey will try to get out of bounds, and he hurdles, and he does at the 40. It's a 1st down right at the sticks, and that should stop the clock anyway because he went out of bounds. 22 seconds. Jacavian Hill, here's a flag at the end of the play, and that might be against Jacavian Hill, and that's a free 15 yards, and Shane Anderson told Jacavian to take a break. Wow, you cannot with the clock at 22 seconds, and I don't know what happened.
I do. I saw exactly what happened. Running back, tries to do the whole leap over you, which was silly because the player he was trying to leap over was standing right in front of him, so there was no chance of that. He just gets pushed out of bounds. No big deal, and then I guess get caught up in all the people on the sideline, a little pushing and shoving, and right in front of the referee, you know who made the last little move and threw that flag.
Well, if you're Permian at your own 45, at your own 40 with 22 seconds left, you have to hit a couple of big plays. They've done that. But now, much more manageable, even with the slight breeze. Hall with Tristan Johnson right behind him, and now timeout. Shane Anderson, you've got 1 left and use it. 27-23, Midway up 4. Next week they'll be in Grand Prairie to take on South Grand Prairie. Right now up 4 at halftime. Shane Anderson, of course, will join Craig Smoak at halftime when that wraps up. Halftime, by the way, the interview with Shane Anderson brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Next in line, serving tasty food since 1989, original recipes throughout the Southwest. Glenn Lott told me they have nearly 60 stores now. Rudy's Country Store and Barbecues, including one on 35 in Waco, and also in Killeen in Central Texas. Our halftime show will be brought to you by Alliance Bank. Established in 2007, independently owned, helping families and businesses meet their financial goals. AllianceBankTexas.com.
You know that Rudy's is missing out on a potential celebrity sponsor. We had him on the show, Lee Trevino. We had Lee Trevino on the show, and he says that the reason he likes coming through Waco is the Rudy's is right on the interstate, so he can go get it easily.
You know, I go by and I get some stuff, and I take it to various local schools. Midway, we've been to La Vega, Connolly, Waco High. We've been all over the place with that. Crawford, China Spring, you know, just wherever. And I always want to get that potato burrito, the one that's got a little potato in it. It's just one of my favorites. Here's Hall, back to throw. Sets up, wants to heave it, going deep. Got a man. Mahaffey broke it up. Really good coverage down the field. That's a really nice job down the field for Midway because Mahaffey had kind of beaten him, and that's Rashad Satchel, the linebacker, running step for step. That throw was slightly underthrown, and it's 2nd down and 10.
But a nice play. He got his arm out, turned his head around.
That's a really nice throw, but it just hung up a little bit. And to have a linebacker chase down a guy that had an 83-yard kick return and 2 other scores last week is a really nice job. And you're right. If he gets beat by 5 yards, it's a touchdown. So 2nd and 10, 15 seconds, 7 seconds off the clock. Midway up 4, 27-23 right at the end of the half. Hall back to throw. Throws a screen on the right sideline. Tristan Johnson, 35 and out of bounds, and has a 1st down with 9 seconds to go. Ezra Martinez at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 14. That's a really nice play to give you a chance here to get the ball thrown in the end zone, too.
Yeah, Midway can. They got to keep everything in front of them now. You're 9 seconds.
Well, this is one of those where you have a guy that looks like he's being tased when he runs with the football and can make the jab steps and get outside. He's got an arm, but this would be a good time to have your first opportunity to pressure him.
They just brought Demir McDonough in. Safety.
Yeah, he has a safety, Craig. Great call. Back inside the 15. Here's Hall. Wants to throw. Looks down the sideline over the middle. He's got a man at the end zone. The pass intercepted and tipped away, And it looked like he was about to catch it. Is that Mills?
Yeah, it was Mills.
Christian Mills.
I don't know how he didn't intercept that, honestly. It was
1 second to go.
Yeah, it was right in his hand. It's almost like he wasn't trying to. He was just trying to knock it down. I think that's maybe what happened there, but either way, good play.
All right, Midway leads by 4 here with 1 second to go. Hall had that. It looked like Lara was just open enough and Mills was over to knock it down, and Jeff Ellison and Permian. Mojo will take their timeout. What a first half this has ended up being. It's been fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it really has been entertaining. And these 2 quarterbacks are throwing some darts and making some plays. Hall scored twice in the ground, Tedford once. Shane Anderson, you know that there's the difference here in leading by 4 than if you don't, because that means something bad happened at the gun, would be almost like demoralizing. So you got to find a way. But I like the fact they put Demir McDonough in at safety, Craig. Great call in finding that. And there's Mills, who, of course, came over because I think Laura was open.
Smokey, I know that you don't remember this, but Craig will get this reference. The Pee Wee's Playhouse secret word is finish. Yeah. So, like, every time that Midway finishes or we say finish, you know, Pee Wee's Playhouse, they'd say the secret word and everybody would scream. Like, that's what they need to do. If they finish right here, finish the half. That's what you need to do. I wasn't going to go full tilt there, guys.
Thank you, Paul. I don't know. I know Pee Wee, but I don't know if I've ever seen Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah, you were too. Craig, it was Craig and I's generation.
So Permian called a timeout. Rodney Hall, their quarterback. Mahaffey is on the wing left. Richardson far side. 4 safeties for Midway at the 5 and 10 yard line. Hall on the snap, man in motion. He'll step back. He'll try to, he got all day. He's going to be able to wind up and throw it anywhere he wants. Now pressured. Now goes down the sideline. Now he has to run, and Midway's got him. Inside the 25, and that doesn't matter. Halftime. Midway's defense stops, and they lead 27-23. Craig Smoak with Shane Anderson, brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue.
Oh, Coach, an exciting first half. Big time stop by your defense with 1 second left.
Yeah, it was a big stop. We got to tackle better. If we just tackle, they score 14 points.
Your offense, I mean, really doing a great job out there. Big plays. What are you seeing from that side of the football?
I'm not seeing a whole lot on making sure we're getting them stopped on defense right now, but Coach Allison and them are doing a great job. O-line's giving Reed time, and we got some good receivers. We're dialing it up. We got to continue to dial it up. We got to continue to hit it.
Well, Coach, I think I know who you're going to go talk to and what you're going to talk about, so I'll let you do that. Exciting first half. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
Shane Anderson, again, halftime interview brought to you by Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Thanks to Scott Floyd and Glenn Lott. Appreciate their help with what they do for us. Our halftime is coming up next, brought to you by Alliance Bank of Central Texas, established in 2007. AllianceBankTexas.com. Midway 27, Permian 23 at halftime. And this is Sikkim 365 Radio 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
This is Midway Panthers football. The halftime interview with Coach Shane Anderson is brought to you by Rudy's Country Store.
Established in 2007 and independently owned, Alliance Bank Central Texas is committed to helping families and businesses meet their financial goals. From their tellers to their board of directors, they know the importance.
Midway goaltender alumni and former Kilgore Rangerette, Coach Menard. Ladies and gentlemen, your Midway goaltenders.
Give a little left to right. So, better or worse? You show better, right? You show them what you did. I can, but if you don't even adjust it, this, if you rotate this wheel to the left, makes it more difficult to turn. The opposite is that. Yeah, and that is for your left to right, this is for your open. But both of them should be pretty good right now. But it's perception.
The Midway High School Band is proud to present their 2021 halftime performance, Piano Man, featuring excerpts of Piano Concerto No. 1 by Peter Chbosky, by the Rolling Stones, Piano Man, and Billy Joel. The band is under the field direction of senior drum majors Carson Lutz, Cole Brown, and Isabel Tellez. Ladies and gentlemen, the Midway Panther Marching Band. The Midway band is not able to continue their tradition of excellence without the work of outstanding crew. Tonight, we would like to congratulate this outstanding freshman of the week, Matt King. Upperclassmen of the week, Walker Marshall and Jan Phoenix. Section of the week, Warren. Coordinator of the week, Sarah Walker. Thank you for watching the Midway High School Band and Goaltender Dance Team. We hope you enjoy the show. The Midway Panther Marching Band's halftime show is sponsored by Raising Cane's Chili Fingers, 1501 Hewitt Drive. Feed your game face tonight. They're open until 12 a.m. Go Midway!
16 minutes and just talk amongst yourself. One things are good. That's basically it on a card. More than that on the card, isn't it? Just insane. How much those things are worth. It's all because of what they're made out of. They're 100% stainless steel. Take care of it and last a long time. Stainless steel too. Yeah, the whole purpose of the piano, I guess, is he has one part there at the beginning that he's in. And he's just kind of backing out.
Vegas also help from Jimmy Martinez and Hector Sabito throughout the week. We had Conley football set to play arch rival, crosstown rival La Vega, who Shane Anderson coached at Conley the last 6 years or so, and that game was canceled because of COVID. La Vega ended up playing in Bishop Dunn right now tonight up in Dallas. So kicking off Satterfield from his 40. Start the third quarter with Midway up 27-23. Highlights, halftime, brought you the stats, everything we possibly can. Craig Smoak's Texas Tour Gear sideline reports for audio, video, lighting, installation. Contact us at texastourgear.com. So, man, a half of big plays all squished or kind of squeezed into the second quarter. A 50-point second quarter. Satterfield kicking off and see if the ball can stay on the tee this time. North Carolina went down tonight to Virginia Tech 17-10. College football. And Satterfield will approach with Jaquan Richardson back deep. Little pooch kick to the right side. I said over the middle and it's fair caught at the 30.
Well, and it was fun talking about Mac Brown getting in the college football playoff while it lasted. But unless they go and beat Clemson by 17, that's not going to happen.
Waco chapter of officials referee is Keith Hopkins, Greg Robinson, Miles Adamson, Justin Scott, Jay Slaughter, Travis Walker, Delvin Harris, the rest of the crew. Been a little busy tonight. So here comes Rodney Hall, the magician for Permian. Scored 2 touchdowns on the ground and takes the snap. Mahaffey in motion. They run it off the right side. Hall tries to switch, almost lost the ball and got forward momentum to the 30. Tackle right at the line of scrimmage. That defensive line was just all over him. Who makes the biggest play in the second half? You're going to be some, you think, more points scored, but whoever can make or maybe force the next or big play that flips the field a little bit, most likely has a chance to come away with this. And Midway would love to get a 3-and-out start, or at least get the ball back to their offense without giving up points with a 4-point lead. Double wing set, man in motion. This is a low snap. Hall bounces outside and caught in the corner. And I think that, that's Nick Wells. He'd get up, flex the muscles. 220-pound junior. Good-looking kid. Had 5 tackles last week, and Hall loses 3 back to the 27. That was a low snap, I think, that Hall tried to pick up. And remember, he did that on a key 3rd down earlier and picked up a 1st down in the game. So 3rd and 13. All right, this is when you put duct tape on 5, 2. Well, you try to do it on 25, but he slithers out of it. Tristan Johnson behind him. 2 receivers, right side, left hash, 2 wingbacks. And they go in motion with Mahaffey, and Hall wants to throw. Wants to throw it deep. Oh, man, it's wide open. This is a touchdown. I mean, blown coverage. Wow. 73 yards. And again, the defense, there was nobody. Jaquan Richardson, that was as wide open a receiver as you could possibly get. I mean, 30 yards behind the secondary. Great throw by Hall just to get it to him. Pitts and Mills, someone got crossed up, and 73 yards. And Hall now with his 2nd touchdown pass of the game.
Yeah, that's going from great to worse. I mean, they were great. 3rd and 13, your running team, and man, just what a blown coverage.
Here's the extra point by a Permian. He misses it. So we've had a couple of extra points, one blocked, and that time Tate Terry missed it. 29-27 Permian. That's you do everything right, you bottle them up, and there's just too many big plays right now on either side defensively. 10:26 to go. We take a break. Back with the kickoff with Permian up 2 on Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
From the first
I know that there have been at least 3, 4, maybe 5 drives that have been a minute or so. That one was a minute 34.
It was, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drives, a minute 09 or less.
Kickoff coming from his 40 by Krager. The little wind behind his back. Junior Thornton back deep inside the 20 for Midway. He caught a touchdown pass over the shoulder from Tedford in the first half, and 29-27 Permian. This is like a ping pong match. A little pooch kick, fair catch by Midway at the 29, and that's where they'll start this drive. And offensively, John Barker, Myron Betters, Blake Keith, Bryson Brown, and Garrett Morphus. The offensive line, tackle to tackle, left to right. We've seen different receivers in the game, but Demir McDonough and obviously Dom Hill have been the running backs, and on occasion McDonough lines up in the slot. J.J. White, Darwin Parker, we've seen them. Draylon Magruder caught a nice pass in the first half. He lines up to the near side. Thornton is in the slot. McDonough far side with Taryn Lowrance. And Tedford, who had a huge first half, with Hill to his left from his 30. Tedford to Hill, right side, bottled up. Always hard to bring him down. He's got a long, he must squat. I'd like to know what he squats. It's a gain of about 4 out of nothing. And Drake Womack made the tackle for Permian.
That blocked extra point, guys, is looming large right now.
That's the difference in the game. You're right. 29-27, even with the Permian extra point that was just missed. 4 receivers, 2 each way, right in the middle of the field. Double back set. They've changed that up. They didn't do this a lot last week with Hill and McDonough. Here comes the blitz. They got it. This is Hill off the right side. Right side. Breaks the tackle and very close. Shy of the first down by a yard. And again, Davion Walucho made the tackle. And it's 3rd down and 1. 5 on the carry for Hill. Blake Keith, the center, at the 39-yard line. This is Hill up the middle. First down, Dom, 50, Hill, 40. Tripped up inside the 35. They just busted that right open like a bad pipe in the wintertime.
Yeah, Craig, the only difference between Dom Hill and Demir McDonough, I think, honestly, is that Dom doesn't have that kind of burst, but, man, he can get north and south fast.
He's going to take a break and come out. Gargar's in the game. Jacob Gargar will line up. McDonough in the slot, Midway at the 31 of Permian. 3 minutes into this first quarter, just less than that. 3-man front from Mojo. Tedford, Gargar left side, and Jacob leans inside the 30 to the 28 for about 3. 2nd down and 7. Womack made the tackle, 2nd down and 7, and Dom Lee back in the game. Gargar will come out.
Yeah, and Craig, back on Dom Hill, just gets north and south so fast.
Yeah, he does. They've got a pair of good little running backs, and they've definitely showed their mettle tonight. Going to need some more of that. Still very early in this game, but I like what I'm seeing so far.
Tedford, the junior, made his first ever varsity start last week. Gets his 2nd here at home. Looks to the sideline, offensive coordinator. Longtime head coach for many years in Tommy Allison at Jacksboro, at Cayuga, and this time McDonough turns the corner and gets a little bit out of it. It's a long play to go, a couple of yards, and tackle made by Quiros. Got to the 26 for 2. Tommy Allison was a head coach at Cayuga High School. They had a guy named Traylon Shedd. Almost really broke a lot of records as a running back. Went to Texas, ended up, I believe, at SMU. And then Malcolm Kennedy went to Texas A&M, was a hell of a player. They won a state championship there. Then he went to Jacksboro, then Robinson, and now in Hallsville before he took the job with his good friend Shane Anderson. So here's 3rd and 4 after McDonough got 2 at the 26. Here comes that Permian sneaking up the blitz. Tedford over the middle. Pass is caught. 15, 10 at the 5. Touchdown. Great job by Tedford to stand in the pocket. Lowrance with a touchdown. And guess what he had? Time to find the open receiver. And 26 yards.
Yep, and look, this is a nice little prize fight we got going on here, Smokey. People landing punches, opponent landing them right back.
172 yards passing now for Tedford, and that was just like, let me see here. Here's the extra point. Satterfield inside the left upright, good. And Midway bounces back. 7:38 left, third quarter. Tedford had time. He had, look at this is a replay. He didn't need a lot of it, but he found Lowrance, who got underneath, and a linebacker got crossed up, I believe, with a safety. And then Lowrance with some nice speed. And Midway up 5 with 7:38 third quarter. 106.7 FM, the Eagle, Sikkim 365 radio.
This is Midway.
Foundation is currently conducting their annual campaign to fund programs that promote academic excellence. Take a look at the video board as we recognize a few of our foundation partners as they present their annual gift to the education.
Through Saturday, 8 until 5:30 on Sun Valley Drive in Hewitt.
This is Midway Panthers football on Sikkim 365 radio and 106.7 The Eagle. Brought to you by the U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Company.
Satterfield set to kick off. Diane Barrera, the owner, and Kevin. Big, huge Baylor fan. 34-29, Midway kicking off. Satterfield at his 40. Jaquan Richardson is back deep in the middle. He's had a couple of catches for touchdowns. Here's a long 47-yard kick return, and this will be Permian at outside the 20. Good job for Midway to get down and trip him up for a loss inside the 20-yard line.
By the way, Smokey, that was a 6-play, 70-yard drive. Took 2:52 off the clock. The 26-yard reception by Lowrance makes it 34-29, 7:32 left in the third. Scoring summary brought to you by Leals.
Gargar made the tackle on special teams. That's one of their backup running backs. He's a track and field guy. Played junior high football, but did not play varsity football. And he did join the team for this year. Got a little something to him as well. From the 19-yard line, Rodney Hall. Tristan Johnson right behind him. Two wings, flex bone. Johnson left side, hit right off the top. He was hit immediately by Zacoby Haverly. Gets up, second down, got a yard.
He's definitely been a bit more of a factor tonight than he was last week, that's for sure. I think last week probably got into his feelings a little bit because the defense was having such a hard time, but being in the thick of things like they are right here, I mean, it's got the defense fired up, and they're making a bunch of plays that they were not making a week ago.
Estrada, Guerrero, and Haverly, along with Nick Wells, are the front four. And really, Haverly, again, is a stand-up linebacker here. And the I formation in the gun. Hall looks right, throws right, little bubble screen right. Uh-oh, 20, there he goes again. 30, 40, 50, Midway 40, another huge play. From the 20 to the Midway 25, 55 yards. B.J. Pitts saved the touchdown, and Jaquan Richardson, wow, yet again.
Yeah, he is a player. He's got some speed. He can pick him up and put him down.
Check that. I'm sorry, that was not Richardson. Down to the 25 of Midway, but 45 yards on the catch and run. And now Hall's over 200 yards passing. From the 25, Hall. Off the right side, Tristan Johnson. First time he's kind of gotten loose, if that's the definition of loose, a gain of 5. Christian Mills made the tackle. Not sure. I wish I could go back and help you out with who made the catch and run, but it was beautifully blocked. And Jaquan Richardson caught a touchdown on that on the other side, remember, going the opposite direction. 45 yards down to the Midway 25, and the shootout continues. Fireworks on offense. 2nd and 5 at the Midway 20. Permian down 5, 34-29, third quarter. In motion, Mahaffey. Hall sets up, looks down the middle, now bounces right, looks for an open receiver, has a man wide open, overthrows his intended receiver. in the end zone. That was Mahaffey, and he was open.
Threw off his back foot, otherwise he would have had it.
Haverly was kind of there enough to make Hall throw it.
They sure are having a lot of miscommunication tonight in the secondary as far as whose man's who, and just a lot of guys running free. They got really lucky there.
Well, you know, last week there was 500 and some yards rushing, but the touchdowns, receivers were wide open a couple of times then as well because they had to worry about stopping the run. 3rd and 5 at the 20 of Midway. Permian down 5. Hall, keeper left side, hit at the line of scrimmage, and what a job by Nick Wells. No gain. Oh, they're going to give him the 19. Okay, for a yard. And now you would think down 5, the way this thing has gone, most likely Permian will be going for it on 4th and 3 at the Midway 19-yard line. What an open field tackle, even though right there at the line of scrimmage by Wells. Midway up 5. Would love to get the ball with the lead. They check out an H-back. 4th down at the Midway 19. They need just outside the 15. Hall in the gun with Johnson right behind him. Mahaffey left. Lara right. Hall fakes pitch. Rolls right. Throws it. Man open the middle. Jaquan Richardson. Touchdown. Wide open. Wide open. And I thought Hall was just going to keep it, but he had to throw it. And Jaquan Richardson's 3rd touchdown, and Permian strikes back to take the lead.
And it's just not recognizing the coverage and the fakes just so well. They had guys going in every different direction. He had about 3 different guys to throw it to, and Jaquan Richardson was wide open in the end zone.
Jaquan Richardson now has 3 catches for 117 yards, and all of them have been touchdowns, and the extra point good by Tate Terry. That's a killer. Still time, 4:39 to go, and Midway down to 36-34. And the defense, after Nick Wells makes a big play, Jacavian Hill is, you know, again, I'll tell you, that's too bad because Wells made such a big play, but when they had the play set up,
pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way.
The usual? Just one?
Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
Bush's Chicken, a proud supporter of Midway Athletics.
Automatic Chef Canteen, 6900 Imperial Drive in Waco, or online at automaticchefcanteen.com.
we keep mentioning that wouldn't it be nice if you're one of these teams to have the ball after you have the lead? That's not happened. It's been back and forth, and Midway now surely doesn't want to see Permian with the ball and a 2-point lead. 4:39 to go, and here comes Krager with the kick. And this is Midway at about the 20, 15-20, 25-30. It's outside 30-yard line, and that's where the Panthers will start. Midway Panthers will start. Nice tackle defensively on the kick return by Alexander Valerio. And now Reed Tedford with the ball and trailing. Both these quarterbacks have brought their teams back from deficits all night long.
Yeah, they have. It's been back and forth and back and forth. And, you know, good on each team for fighting through this, Smokey. But eventually, you know, somebody's got to grab the bull by the horns here.
Well, Midway has been very balanced. Of course, so has Permian. But now Rodney Hall's thrown for over 200 yards in this game and run for a couple of scores. And Tedford's had a very big night with two backs left and right from the 30. Down two, play action. Tedford has a pocket, throws a sideline. This is Thornton who jumps up, and how in the world he caught it. And it was great coverage as well at the 40-yard line. That's a 30-yard throw and catch. Solis was in coverage, and Junior Thornton, the sophomore, continues to dazzle.
Yeah, just a sophomore, exciting, and joining a long tradition of Midway elite wide receivers.
From the 40, one of them I saw today in the press box is Devontae Strickland. Dom Hill bangs inside the 40 for about 5 or 6 to the 34. I saw Devontae Strickland, played at Baylor, He's in the coaching staff now.
Hey, that's Coach Pooh right there.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's Pooh.
That's Pooh.
127 on the ground now for Dom Hill, 2nd and 4. And another great throw from Tedford. Tedford, a little slip screen to Thornton, makes the first man miss and slides inside the 30 and has a first down. He left somebody in his wake that time, so at least made the tackle. He got through Caden Bays down to the 26 for a gain of 8 yards. Thornton now 6 catches for 88 yards with the 1 touchdown. 210 yards now. Tedford has just got over 200 his last 2 throws. 3:54 to go. Midway down 2, first down at the 27 of Permian. Right hash, Tedford, pump fake. Throws the fade. There's going to be a safety there. It batted in the air and intercepted at the 5. Now goes the right side at the 10, at the 15, turns the corner and goes out of bounds at the 25. And I'm glad you didn't see any kind of a late hit flag. There's somebody from the Permian bench that wants one. Sometimes when you're going to have momentum, it just seemed like any time the momentum carries into the sideline. But that's he telegraphed that one that time. Blaze with the interception, and he returns it out to the 28-yard line. They'll say the 27, and that time Tedford thought that he's going to have an open receiver, and it was a battle, but Blaze with the tip drill and the interception, that's his 2nd of the year.
Yeah, and risk of when you run an offense that goes so fast, if you do turn it over, the defense has only had a minute, as where Permian's defense gets to sit over there and get water and stretch.
Wider flex zone. This is Johnson, Hall keeper, 50. Uses his blockers and has a first down at the 43-yard line. And he is just like razor blade cutting the Midway defense with his legs and arm. 13 yards, first down. 138 yards on the ground, 221 yards passing.
Yeah.
Midway's defense had a 4th down, and Rodney Hall threw a touchdown pass to Jaquan Richardson. Under 3 minutes to go, in Permian trying to get more than just a 1-score lead, up by 2. Bass, right side. Mahaffey in the slot or on the wing left side. Goes in motion. Hall, right side to Johnson, and now they're starting to wear down the defensive line inside the 40, and they're getting 4 and 5 yards a pop. And what they have, Johnson. Shane Anderson was telling me, he was talking to a coach, your friend he used to coach with, and he was watching film of Permian. He goes, why do they not give 21 the ball 20 times or more? Well, now this is why you give it to them when you're up by 2 and you have the lead.
Yeah.
9 carries, 54 yards for Johnson.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
Well, and then when you have Hall as the other option, he's got 14 carries for 138 yards, and Permian with the ball, and Midway's defense now kind of feeling down and see who can make a play if they can. 4-man front. Motion Mahaffey, Hall, and a whistle and a flag. On the right side, far sideline, procedure against Permian.
I'm surprised that hadn't happened a couple more times because of the way that they do their snap count, Smokey, and good discipline on the half of Permian tonight to not jump off sides more than that. And with all the motion they have, sometimes you can start, going towards that line of scrimmage before if you don't know what you're doing or you don't pay attention to what you're doing.
Back to the original part of where they continue this drive. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Well, let's put it this way. Permian's defense has been called offsides twice. One time it was offsetting, or it didn't matter because Midway scored, and the first time the offense has moved early. 2nd down and 10 from the 43 of Midway, up 2. And Hall, straight shot. Left sideline, overshoots his intended receiver just a little bit too high. Hell of an effort by Jaquan Richardson. Like, Jaquan Richardson, let me see the football. I usually don't have him where I don't catch him. 3rd and 10. Now, here's another moment here. You had 4th and, 4, and you let him get away. And the Midway defense with Guerrero and Estrada, Seeger, and Nick Wells. Haverly's now in the middle here. Satchel and Ezra Martinez. 3rd and 10, Permian at the Midway 43 with a 2-point lead, minute 36 to go, 3rd quarter. Hall, great drop. Wants to chunk it. Mahaffey's got his man deep over the middle, and the pass is incomplete. That's a flag. And Christian Mills ran right up the back. And another long 3rd and 4th down opportunity. The defense, Mills just ran right up Mahaffey's back. And I think that pass might have been harder for Mahaffey to catch, but you surely can't catch it when you're getting knocked down.
That was a stop that they just missed an opportunity on. Yeah, I didn't have a perfect angle, but it was going to be a tough catch, and just didn't know where he was exactly. Was probably looking at the ball instead of looking at what was right in front of him, and as a result, gets there too early. It just as Midway defense, man, they just cannot. It's like last time they get 4th and 4, and what happens? Busted coverage. I mean, they just cannot give themselves a break.
And Shane Anderson wants to call timeout. I think he realizes his team mentally right now just like, oh my God, here we go again. They had the fumble recovery inside the 2 that helped stop a Permian drive and had the sack or the stop at the end of the half, but they are reeling here, up down 2. Minute 30 to go, 3rd quarter. Midway down 2, Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 FM, the Eagle.
Call BC Materials for all your ready-mix concrete needs. We're laying the foundation for a great season for the Midway Panthers. Roll on, Panthers!
Be at South Grand Prairie, the Warriors. They lead Mesquite 28-10 in the 4th quarter, and South Grand Prairie has speed to burn, and of course that just gets you ready for what you have in the district. You've seen speed with Richardson and obviously with Hall here. 36-34, Permian made the long drive from Odessa.
Yeah, I gotta say it's been super cool seeing the Mojo crew here. The P on the helmet, the black and white. It's been awesome, and they played a really good game tonight.
1st and 10, Midway 28. Hall with a man in motion, Mahaffey. Hall runs the option. He has room. Gonna run the option. 20. Goes down in his hand to keep his balance, and he picks up 14 more to the 14-yard line. Man, when you have nothing on the edge and you've got him running loose, that is like strychnine.
Oh, it's bad. I mean, and he runs the offense very efficiently.
He is fun to watch, isn't he?
Yeah. I don't know why people wanted the option. It's one of those things that clearly football fans got tired of, I guess, or they got so addicted to the spread.
Well, no, what happened is that wasn't the spread. It was the Miamis and the Florida States that started throwing the ball professionally. He looked like a pro-style team, and it just kind of, if you got behind, it just kind of became just a trend. In motion, Mahaffey, Johnson right up the middle. He will score. Touchdown, Tristan Johnson, 14 yards. And Permian up now, 8 with the extra point to come. 46 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. And now Midway has lost their edge in this game after leading at halftime 27-23.
Yeah, they really have, Smokey. And, the defense is gassed. You can tell that. They're not winning any battles. And Permian's just doing what they want right now.
They're over 250 yards rushing, nearly 500 yards offense, and the kick by Tate Terry is good. And hey, give Permian credit. They've gone to the ground attack, and they have a quarterback who does it with both his legs and arm. Tedford's played really well. The interception hurt him. It's 43-34, 46 seconds to go. Permian by 9 here at Panther Stadium in Hewitt, Texas, on Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
Scientists want him to donate.
Hey, Panther fans, it's time for Marco's free pizza giveaway. Stand up and get loud, Panther fans. It's time for Marco's Pizza. The loudest fans will receive a free pizza courtesy of Marco's Pizza.
Permian will kick off with a lead now of 9. I had said over and over again, and Midway had an opportunity on that 4th down to have the lead and the ball. Permian with the pick inside the 5 did get the lead and the ball, and they did something with it. That's a long drive.
Yeah, it was. It was a 7-play, 73-yard drive. It took 2:46 off the clock. Johnson's touchdown makes it 43-34, 46 seconds left to go in the 3rd. Scoring summary brought to you by Leal, who you just heard from.
Kicking off, Kreger. Junior Thornton back inside the 10. Gargar is deep near side. Kreger with a deeper kick, and this will give Thornton a chance. It hits at the 5. He picks it up off the hop. The 10-15. Junior Thornton outside the 20. Fumbles the football. And Midway recovers. A huge, huge recovery of that fumble.
Took the ball away from his body. I really do
Darwin Walker.
I really do hate the saying he was carrying it like a loaf of bread. But, I mean, that's what he was doing.
Darwin Parker, the wide receiver, was able to get on it. Boy, that would have been...
Oh, that would have been ugly. That was a really heads-up play by him. And, you know, the one thing about this Midway team is maybe it's just a young thing, but they make mistakes, and you can tell that they know they made mistakes, and that's something that they got to shake off. And so this will be a prime opportunity. Hey, you fumble the football, now make a big catch.
First out at the 19-yard line, and Tedford in the gun with Hill to his left. Hill up the middle, slides for a couple of 3-4 yards out close to the 24-yard line. Tackle made by defensive end Desmond Hill. Permian's defense, last week they gave up just 15 points. The offense turned the ball over a ton, and they still gave up just 15. Tonight, a little bit different with 34, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter. Hill picked up, we'll say, 5 yards. A comeback. Permian up 9 as we enter the 4th quarter. Midway down 9. Sikkim 365 radio and 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
For a limited time.
Hi, I'm Jules with Kingdom Fire Pros, the preferred choice of many for their life security and safety needs. Our knowledgeable licensed technicians make us a leader in our industry. Our customers can access online inspection reports through any electronic device. Kingdom Fire Pros offers 24-hour-a-day emergency service, as well as monitoring for your alarm systems. Give us a call today for a free quote or go to our webpage for more information. Kingdom Fire Pros.
The game with Connolly was canceled when Connolly had some COVID protocol. La Vega just won 65-0. They got about 3 days to study for that game. They're just unbelievably good. Mahia leads Troy in the 3rd quarter, 21-14. China Spring, 21. Lorena 7, 3rd quarter, about midway through there. About this, Glenrose smoked Gatesville 41-10. Glenrose is good. They got a heck of a coach, Cliff Watkins. Whitney 25, Robinson nothing, 3rd quarter. Belleville at halftime leading Yo 28-3. Yo had a shootout. It was like 64-62 with Lago Vista, lost by 2 last week. Mart leads McGregor 28-7 at halftime, and Crawford is cruising past Bruce Villetti, 3rd quarter, 47-6.
Mart debuted that new turf tonight, right?
Yep. 2nd down and 5, and they'll have McDonough now come off to the right side, from the right side this time to Tedford's right. They start the 4th quarter. Midway down 9. Hill up the middle. Dom Hill. Here's a flag, and there's the first holding call. And I don't know, man. This is starting to get a little bit edgy with Midway, and they don't have quite that spark, and they're down 9, and now you get a holding call. And you can overcome it because of what they've done with the passing game. And Kiro's made the tackle. He had 11 tackles, 4 of them behind the line of scrimmage last week, and now it's going to be 2nd down and 15.
But this is kind of what I was referencing a second ago. You know what I mean? Where they just kind of, a couple bad things happen, and luckily earlier in the game, they made a big play right after. And so they didn't have to dwell on it. But now 2-3 things in a row have happened against them. And it's just like, you know, they're already in that mode of like, man. So, yeah, they need to wake up. It's, you know, 4th quarter, about 12 minutes left. You've shown you can score quickly on this defense. They're obviously going to have something to say about that, but, you know, all you are is 1 touchdown away from a 1-score game. There's a lot of time left.
2nd and 15, and obviously they have to score, not on every drive, but that surely is something you have to think about because of the defense struggling again tonight. Tedford will play action, has a pocket, throws deep. He's in the double coverage, and Thornton batted away. Great play by Blaze. And that ball hung in the air, too. And that time, he had man-to-man with Solis. Thornton did. But Blaze, who had a pick last week, a pick this week that gave Permian the ball back with the lead, he could have had one almost there, but he did the right thing and just batted it down, like spiked it. And now 3rd and 15. So Reed Tedford has played really well. But he's had a couple hang and got away with the one on the little wheel route to Dom Hill. But now 3rd and 15, down 9 at your own 14-yard line. Hill to the right, 3 receivers right, and Tedford in the pocket. Now rolls right, gets away, now looks downfield, throws it to the sideline. Man open at the 31-yard line. He caught it. What a great job of the toe and the catch. Guess who? Thornton. God, sophomore has just like Spider-Man hands.
Yeah, really impressive.
It's an 18-yard throw, and a good job by Reed Tedford to get around. Now, the one thing I saw when he broke away from the pocket, the only thing you were worried about when that happens, when you get around the tackle, is sometimes you reach out and get a holding call. So a great job by the right tackle, Morphus. From the 32, they needed that. They throw the little screen off to the left side, and McDonough's gang tackle. Got a yard, 2, maybe to the 34. When you do that, you have to have the perfect timing if the wide receiver has to be making a block as well. And you have to do it within the boundaries of the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 8. McDonough got 2. 11 minutes left, Midway down 9 with the ball at their 34. 230 yards for Tedford. 14 of 17 passing. 2nd and 8. Hill to his right, Tedford. Looks around the middle, goes deep. He's got Thornton. Thornton's beat his man, got it. 15. This kid's unbelievable. Touchdown, Junior Thornton. Tedford with a nice high rainbow. And Thornton timed it perfectly. And then all of a sudden, Clinton was there, and he kind of gave him that fake hip. Bounced away. Just like that, Craig, you said they had to bounce back and show something, that 3rd down conversion. Thornton, touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown they can score tonight. You know, they just need now they need their defense to get its energy back up. I understand they're tired. Look, I'm tired, and I ain't even been playing. It's so hot down here. But your offense is keeping you in this game. Go make a play now on this next drive. No hands on hips, none of that. And, you know, that was kind of what I was starting to see. So kudos to the offense for providing that spark that they needed.
Give the offensive line credit. They have been giving Reed Tedford a lot of time. 43-41, huge lightning bolt for the Panthers of Midway. 10:34 to go. They're down 2 to Permian. 106.7 FM, the Eagle. It's Sikkim 365 Radio.
Our relationship with Extraco started when we were looking for a bank that could really work well with our personality. We felt like they were very pro-business. When we got ready to buy a building in Albuquerque, you know, it was so easy for us to go to Extraco knowing that we had local decisions, quick decisions, and then the size of an organization that could support us. We knew that was going to work.
The sophomore Junior Thornton last week had 5 catches, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tonight, 8 catches, 172 yards, I think 2 touchdowns. And Reed Tedford, the junior quarterback with a 66-yarder there, is 296 yards passing. And Midway back to within 2 at 10:34 to go in this game.
It was a 5-play, 81-yard drive to 2 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock, and Junior Thornton, 68-yard TD, makes it 43-41. Scoring summary brought to you by Leals, and Junior Thornton's fun to watch, fellas.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
I got a story about him in a minute. Satterfield, very high and short kick. That's Jaquan Richardson at the 20, at the 25, 30. Richardson, oh my goodness, he's loose again. 50, he can run. He's got a caravan. Richardson, 15, he's gonna score. Touchdown. 80 yards. There is a flag at the 30. The official now runs all the way down inside the 20 to lay it down at about the 14-yard line. So this might come back, and if you're Jaquan Richardson, that's going to drive you crazy. But it might have been a shove in the back when he cut back at about the 15. Jaquan Richardson with 3 touchdown catches, and he went 80.
It was right at the end, Smokey.
And it was probably legitimate because he cut back, and so if your man's trying to make a block and then somebody turns, I don't know, we don't have a replay, at least I haven't seen it yet, but this is going to at least bring it back outside the 10-yard line or the 20-yard line.
He's a hell of a player. I mean, he really is, but, just looking at it from the Midway perspective, every time they score, man, I mean, every time they just give up a play or whatever, and I don't know what it is, if it's just the way that it is, or if it's like hey, we just scored, we're excited, and we're not focused anymore. I don't know. They got very lucky there, but Permian's still threatening. I mean, they're knocking on the red zone already.
Well, yeah, and you got to give Jaquan Richardson credit for getting loose. Totally. You're right, but there's kind of a breakdown in the when you go down, you don't have a wedge anymore, but you got to fill your lanes. From the 24, Hall. Keeper option. Oh, my goodness, Mahaffey, 15-yard line and twisted down close to a first down, just shy. And there was a block in the back, and it really was just one of those things where it was about momentum and physics. As he cut back, Satchel got hit from the back, gain of 9, and Hall runs that option. You know, Paul, we talked about this. I know you did, and that was, Mahaffey. But it's just, I think the option is still, it's kind of what the spread, the zone read is in a way. You get space. But I think that some schools who have tried to do some things that are out of character, kind of keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, could recruit differently and win with some sort of option. Here's Hall, low snap on the turf, and Permian recovers at the 24, Mahaffey now. So they make a mistake. The Permian Panthers do, back to the 24-yard line. So it's 3rd down and about 10.
Yeah, and that was a smart play by Mahaffey. Sometimes
that's the 3rd low snap tonight.
Yeah, sometimes guys are going to try to pick that up and be a hero. You're more of a hero if you play another down.
Or if you go to dive on it and you somehow lose it. You have 3 Midway players, a couple of them around the ball who can recover.
Ask North Carolina about just not trying to make something happen out of nothing, because that's how they ended up losing tonight. Virginia Tech, a really bad interception.
3rd and 10, Midway 24. Permian up 2, back to throw. Hall, quarterback keeper, 25-20. Oh my goodness, 15. Oh, inside the 10, 1st and goal. To the 7. Crushing 17-yarder, and B.J. Pitts made the tackle.
Yeah, and look, when you got them in 3rd and long and the quarterback can just go pick it up, that is...
And he knows it. That's the thing.
That is when a defense is back on their heels.
7-yard line, 1st and goal, 8.5 to go. Midway is down 2. They convert a 3rd and 10. And there have been a few 3rd and longs or a 4th and 4 that have been Rodney Hall's show.
And right now, look, Permian's just grinding as much clock as they can, too.
You might see them ram Tristan Johnson right to the gut of that defense here. Hall keeps right side, bounces left side. He's going to score untouched. Flag is down. So you stop him, and it's against Midway's defense. So you stop him. He then reverses his field and still scored. No containment on the outside because they thought he was coming this way. And the offsides call against Midway will be declined. And Permian just with a dagger with 8:02 left in the game. Not over, but you just can't stop him, and you're about to give up a 50 spot for the extra point right here. Tate Terry, Wheeler the holder, snap, hold, kick, good. 50-41 Permian, 8:02 left. Remember, 50-41 is the score. There was no points on the board at the end of the first quarter. This has all been condensed in just over 2 quarters. Midway down 9 again. Sikkim 365 radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
This
If you are not ready for the day, It cannot always be night. Sir, flex I do work. Work 6 of them right. He's out of sight. Whoa, we got the pipe.
Jim Turner Chevrolet, the official truck of winners.
Midway Panthers football.
Midway down 9, 50-41, 69-17 last week. Home crowd. Been a long couple of years for the Panthers. 2 years ago, 2017, of course, the state championship run. Lost to Cy-Fair at AT&T Stadium.
That was
Following
actually,
year, they lost to Allen at McLean Stadium, 11-2 season.
Yeah, I was going to say that was 4 years ago. We're in 2021.
Westfield smoked them pretty good. In 2019, they were just better, bigger, better, faster, stronger. Westfield kind of like what they have in their district with Cedar Hill, DeSoto, and Duncanville. And last year, 2-7, and lost a handful of games by almost I think it was like 8 points. Here's a little squib goal line drive kick that's caught at the 25, 30. Cuts upfield, 35, and down at the 35-yard line. That's where the Panthers will take over. Nice return by Jordan Smith. Get it and go. So, offense has tried to bail them out. 119 points this team has allowed in 2 games with still 8 minutes left in this one.
Well, this is a good news, bad news situation. The good news is Tommy Allison's offense is set up to play in situations like this, down 2 scores and less than 10 minutes left. But the bad news is the defense is not set up to deal with this.
Demir McDonough, Dom Hill to the right and left of his quarterback, and now Permian wants a timeout. The defensive coordinator in the white shirt is not a happy camper. Thanks again to Caleb Overstreet, Scott Jensen, Kyle Rogers, teachers within the Midway ISD who are a part of the television broadcast, bringing you the video. Wade Whitney, Chris Craig,
I actually
Zaya, Derek, and Peyton Simmons.
ran into and met Wade in the elevator and got to chop it up with him. I'd forgotten about the TV aspect. I saw a couple screenshots. Obviously can't watch down here, but look good, and thanks to them for what they're doing.
Yeah, it's a great combination. We did Midway football. We picked them up in 2011. They happened to run to the state championship and ran into that 5th year of Lake Travis winning state titles, led by this time Baker Mayfield. And they have they've knocked on the door. They've been good, really good. But last year went 2-7. Mentioned they were 9-4, but went 3 rounds deep. That was the year when they ended up losing to Allen. The year they beat Klein Oak, and they were dead to rights at College Station, and James Fulbright, the 3rd, tough runner, scored a late touchdown led by the offense in the second half to win that game. And then again last year they didn't make the playoffs, first time in a long, long time. All right, Tedford to Hill. Bounces outside, Dom Hill 40, blocked downfield at midfield. Junior Thornton throwing his body in front of a safety at the 50, a 15-yard pickup, and Blaze made the tackle. He's a good player, this Caden Blaze.
Yeah, neither team's going to feel a lot of warm, fuzzy feelings about their defense tonight, but right now, Permian's made one more play than Midway has.
Well, they intercepted the pass with the lead, and that was, of course, hurt, but both teams have fumbled inside the 5. Here's Hill again. Hill outside, now into what is Permian territory at the 45. Shane Anderson, we talked to him a couple of different times this week, tackle made by Jackson Dorothy. He knew that they had work to do. At the same time, I think that he's been surprised by where they are on defense. Here's Hill again, spinning for about 3 to the 42-yard line of Permian. 7:20 to go. Midway trails 50-41, and Keyrose with the tackle. We've mentioned him quite a bit. Here's 3rd and 2. You can't get a defensive stop, if at all, if you get one, but you can't mean that doesn't mean anything if you don't get points here. 4 receivers, 2 each way, left hash. Hill, little pass out to McDonough, first down. Oh, runs over a safety. Hard run to the 32 for 10 yards. That was Blaze again. And Thornton with just enough of a little shield, Paul, to let him get loose.
Yeah, McDonough, got enough of a block, but he's impressive. He almost slipped over, but gained his center of gravity. Big legs, not a tall guy, but he's got big legs, low center of gravity. What you want to see in a running back?
32-yard line, under 7 minutes to go. He went out of bounds, stopped the clock, down 9, double backs, and Tedford to Hill, who slips inside the 30 to the 28 for 4. Junior Thornton, I went to the second practice. Shane Henderson said, man, I'm glad you didn't come to the first. And, of course, they've had problems in, kind of getting this thing together. Junior Thornton, in the first practice, he showed up with no socks on his cleats. And he had a blister. So, second and 6.
I bet his feet stunk so bad.
Oh, God. What about his shoes? Here's Hill. Oh, hitting the backfield. He did not get back to the line of scrimmage. And kind of surprised here, Paul. 6:20. You got to score. But you got to also get something going with the clock running under 6 minutes by the time they may take the snap. And Kiro's that time with another stop. Yeah, and he was done. So I saw him. I said, you don't have socks? He goes, no. And he's kind of learning. He's a young kid. I was told that he's incredibly talented, and we've seen that through the first 2 weeks. 6 minutes left. Here's a huge 3rd and 9. Tedford now with Hill to his left. 4 receivers, 2 each way. And Blake with Keith with a snap. Tedford, keeper, nothing. Boy, this is now 4th down. They didn't fool anybody. They did on the touchdown run. Tackle made by Clinton and Kiros. And now, well, you got to do something here or you're going to pretty much be done. 5.5 left. They've run the ball a lot here as this drive has gotten inside the Permian 40.
Well, they got to give their defense at least some kind of break.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter if you don't score.
Yeah.
Hill comes off the field at the last second. No, he's on the sideline here. I'm not sure if Permian sees him. And now, great job by Ellison, the head coach at Permian. Dom Hill lined up right in front of the Midway bench. Ellison saw that he had nobody on covering one of his receivers. 5:13 to go. Yeah, you can sit there and grind out a score here if you score, but you got to score.
Yeah.
No matter how much defense gets a rest or not. And 50-41, Midway down 9. 4th and 8 at the Permian 30, Sikkim 365 Radio, 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
Looking for quality plants at great prices?
Midway down 50-41, 5:13 to go. No score at first quarter. Midway up 27-23 in the halftime. And it's just been back and forth. And then eventually the pick inside the 5 by Blaze. Ran it outside the 25, and then Permian just was able to grind it. Hill lines up in front of the Midway bench. Same formation here. Tedford. They're going to run a flea flicker to Thornton. Throws it back across the field. Tedford. Oh, my goodness. Reed fell down. And that's a loss of 5 on top of it. They set up the perfect play. A flea flicker, Tedford to Thornton. Junior threw it back across to Tedford, and he just got excited, tripped, and fell down, and he had a sideline to go. And he's mad at himself. You could understand. He's played a heck of a game. That's a frustrating moment. And you just get excited. And he had it set up. They had to get about 12 yards. You would have to turn the corner, and they had the corner set up. And the blockers as well. And so a loss of 6. And now Permian with the ball up 9 at the 36-yard. Hall to Tristan Johnson up the middle for 5, 6, 7 yards. Now outside the 43 for 7, Ezra Martinez. Well, no one feels worse than Tedford, right?
No. Yeah, I mean, you're right, though. That was the perfect play call. That was a great play call. And, yeah, I think he's a big, tall guy, too. So the throw is a little bit, low. And so he's reaching his big frame down and trying to kind of already start running, like you said. And that just makes for some imbalance. And that's what we saw right there.
I saw them working on that play in practice this week, Smokey, and it's like that. That play's gonna work later in the year, and it's gonna be a big play, but it's not ready yet.
2nd down and 3. Hall to Tristan Johnson. Up the middle, has a first down, and they might run this play every down until the clock winds down. 4:14. They'll reset the chains. Got about 5 more out to the 47. Permian, they you know what? They took a couple of haymakers that didn't blink out to the 47-yard line. Johnson now with 74 yards, 11 carries. Actually, 80 yards on 12 carries, unofficially, and another 300-yard night for the opponent. Last week, Round Rock had over 500 yards rushing, and of course that's been the issue tonight, even with Hall's ability to make throws in the clutch. 47-yard line, under 4 minutes left. Tristan Johnson right up the gut, just power football. And they have the right guard, and we mentioned Harris Sewell, number 73, number 1 ranked offensive guard in the country. Everybody wants him. The right guard, and they've run behind him. A lot of this has been Hall doing a lot of things on his own, but that's one of the interesting notes about Permian football with the big right guard and Harris Sewell. 2nd and 5 is Johnson now just grinding out 5 yards a pop. Midway 48, up by 9, 3 minutes to go. Right side, Johnson for about 3 down to the 45.
Yeah, and Shane Anderson's going to have to start thinking about timeouts here in a second. I mean, I think probably another couple plays before they do that, because
Satchel made the tackle.
If you can get any kind of stop here in the next 2 plays, then maybe you don't need to use them, but you got to get 2 scores, and it's, the deck stacked against you.
And then also Permian, not only with the lead and the clock and the ball, but also they're getting chunks. So you have 3rd and 2. You could probably just ram it up the middle, or Hall can keep it himself, and he does. And he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, spins away, and guess what? And see, that's a tackle missed right at the line of scrimmage, and he slides for a first down to the 42. That's effort, and that's one of the things the team, and again, young defense, you got to learn to wrap up, because that's...
Yeah, I was going to say, that was him bouncing off of a shoulder. Like a shoulder shot, unless you're completely blindsiding him, is not going to do much, because he's not the biggest dude. He's got tremendous balance and speed and great feet. And so he just pops off of those hits like that, lands on his feet or keeps his feet, and spins and keeps going. And like you said, you've got to wrap a guy like him up.
I got to tell you, these 2 quarterbacks in different ways have been really good. From the 42, first down, under 2 minutes left. Hall, keeper, runs the option wide, 40. Mahaffey 30. Mahaffey blocked 15, inside the 10 and out of bounds. And when you have a quarterback who can plug it with Johnson, keep it on the outside, down to the 5-yard line for 37 yards, and then have the ability to run the old-fashioned option, woo!
Yep, I miss it, Smokey.
37 yards for Mahaffey.
But, and for Midway, I mean, you can tell just completely...
I miss the option.
Completely gassed and demoralized.
I absolutely miss watching Nebraska run the option. My favorite time to watch college football was Tommy Frazier and Scott Frost and Brooks Behringer and, the whole litany of guys they had. Crouch. Crouch. Heisman
and
winner.
They got away from it, and that's going to make me want to go home and smother myself. Here's at the 5-yard line. Johnson barrels down close to the 1 with a minute 35 to go for 4. You're going to say the 2. Well, okay, they're going to drop the 0-2 here, barring some kind of miracle. South Grand Prairie next week. We have seen what the offense can do for a couple of weeks, and tonight, for the most part, a couple of turnovers, but we've seen what they're capable of. Obviously, they keep tweaking the defense, and that's just, they're going to go as far as however they can somehow remedy their run defense. And even when we say run defense, at times it's the passing defense as well. And the guys kind of playing different positions, and they moved a lot of people around, would still give up 55 or 57 if they score here. Hall to Johnson at the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown. Tristan Johnson 56-41 Permian. And so Tristan Johnson gets a 2-yard touchdown. He has 90 on the ground. Hall has 179. Mahaffey 41 and Lara has 30.
Yeah, and they've got Permian got a player down center. Kate Owens down in the end zone. Looks like a leg injury or
Hopefully
something.
He's going to be okay,
sort.
yeah. So,
so I'd ask you guys this. Did you see a better football team tonight?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Because, now again, we don't know where Permian ranks compared to what Round Rock, because Round Rock is crushing Belton, so they obviously, and Belton's a team that gives up a lot of points, but they usually score a bunch, and they're shutting them out at halftime 35-0. Yeah, I did. I was a Permian team last year that went to the playoffs. Just even though they haven't been so-called mojo, it's been a while. They were 8-3, lost to South Lake Carroll. Well, so much everyone else basically did, except for Westlake. They lost to Arlington Martin in 2019. They went 2 rounds deep in 19 and 18. They just haven't had a deep run. They went 3 rounds deep in 14, lost to Trinity. And Ellison's been around now. He was an assistant coach, and Owen, by the way, is walking off of his own. I believe it's right. Yeah, he is off of the sideline, so that's good news. It's been a while, but Ellison's trying to methodically get it cleaned up as far as don't jump, don't get out of what you want to do. He was an assistant coach there for a while, and they're going to go to 2-0, and they beat Pebble Hills. And tonight, 56-41 extra point to come, and it is good. 57-41, Permian leads Midway. 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Week number 2 of the high school football season. Sikkim 365 Radio 106.7 FM, The Eagle.
Ooh, I can't wait to get you home.
Ooh, I'm gonna eat you up when you go home. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Can't wait. I'm just gonna bite you.
Oh, baby. That looks amazing. Marcos, pizza lovers get it.
Oh, man, it's still great to be doing Midway football. 0-2 start, 2-7 last year. Here is the key to this whole thing. You get a little bit better if you can. I don't know if they defensively they're going to give up like 500 or 600 yards again, 57 points to a team that scored 26 last week. Offense is going to put up some points. This comes down to some bottom line truth serum. When you get to the district, you know that Duncanville, DeSoto, and you know Cedar Hill are all really elite, even if all 3 lost non-district games to really fantastic teams themselves. It comes down to Waxahachie, Mansfield, Lake Ridge out of Mansfield, and Waco High. You have to win those 4 games. That's what you need to do. By the way, Waxahachie beat Arlington Lamar. That's a nice win, 14-3. And last year they didn't. They lost to Waxahachie, lost to Mansfield, and they were like 5 or 6 points away from maybe getting that done. But that's what it comes down to, is get good enough, be good enough, get a break or 2, learn how to do a couple of things, a lot of things better on defense, and that's what you have to do because everybody's going to struggle against Cedar Hill, Duncanville, and DeSoto. Here's the kick by Kreger. Right leg's going to need ice. Here's out to the 25-30, and another nice return by Jordan Smith. And with 44 seconds left, a lot of folks leaving. It was red out night. Midway next week on the road against South Grand Prairie. Permian next week will play Amarillo, Tascosa. Pretty good team. They got a game against Stellar Prep Academy out of California in week 4.
You know who Midway needs to get on the schedule is Bishop Sycamore. I think they would take that one.
I'd take it today, yes.
No,
yeah,
but
everybody's trying to schedule them right now.
Yeah, no, they're a little busy, but no, I mean, I definitely have seen some progress tonight. I mean, the defense had a better first half than they did last week, that's for sure, and we can talk about it more later.
Tedford steps up, throws deep, pass intercepted, dropped, tripped up, intended for McDonough. It looks like the safety may have run up McDonough's back, and that's Bryce Woody. 3 flags. No one saw that. There's 3 penalty flags at about the 47 of Permian. And I'm going to start doing this. When I say a pass, because it looks like it, is intercepted and it's not, or it's batted down, but I say it's intercepted, or if a pass I say is caught and it's not, $5.
$5?
In our postseason party fund.
Okay.
$5. And so I'm thinking we can reel out a lot. It's just, I got to get out of that. I've somehow slipped into that the last couple of games.
What if it was, what if it was $4, but I let Hayden slap the hell out of you?
It's up to him.
Okay.
That's interference against Permian.
Nobody said no. I'll just say that.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You guys have fun breaking this down. I'm going to go home and order pizza. 57-41, Midway is going to go to 0-2. They play South Grand Prairie on the road next week. Gargar comes in for Dom Hill, who had another nice night. So did Thornton. Hill has 182 yards unofficially on 20 carries. And it's first down at the 48. Tedford throws it out in the flat to Gargar, makes a cut, gets to the 50, gets into Permian territory at the 47. So, Permian is not who they were. That, everybody knows the Friday Night Lights, the book, all of that. But they're still going to the playoffs. And in the district they have to, of course, face a few of the teams that have stood in their way. Not everybody. That district's been kind of broken up a little bit by realignment. Here's Tedford undershoots his intended receiver. That time that was Luke Webb, incomplete pass.
When it comes down to it, Craig and Smokey, Permian made less mistakes than Midway did tonight. And they capitalized on their things. That's it. That's the difference. That Midway can't do those things right now, and Permian can.
Yeah, they deserve to win this game. I think that they probably have some defensive concerns coming out of this one as well, even though they face some great skill guys. But yeah, just like you said, there's just stuff to work on.
Little flip out in the flat, and Gargar cannot catch it. Just got ahead of himself, a little bit behind it, but he should have had it, and passes incomplete. That ends the game. Little pushing around, that's fine. Everyone calm down. Don't use the energy after you've been beaten either way or won the game. 57-41, Permian goes to 2-0. Midway drops to 0-2. And next week, again, on the road against South Grand Prairie. We'll hear from Shane Anderson in a moment. Presenting sponsors, Southwest Sports Medicine, U.S. Army Waco Recruiting Center, Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, Corporate Office, and, of course, thanks to Joe Beard and the Midway Quarterback Club for what he does every year and has now forever with us. Shane Anderson post-game interview brought to you by Genco Federal Credit Union, your leading local credit union serving McLennan County for over 80 years. As Midway drops to 0-2,